Hi, Bill here, and I just want to check in with you a little bit and give you an update on how things are going in my network marketing business. As I've mentioned in previous videos, that I'm just starting out from scratch. It's been probably 4 months that I've really been hitting it hard. I have one person I've sponsored into this MLM company, and that I really like. I like the products. I like the extremely low barrier of entry. I've really relied on video for my traffic, and I was doing it was 100 videos in 100 days, and so I got about halfway into that. I got to about 50 on the 50th day or thereabouts. I was getting no traction on YouTube, and I was all in on YouTube. I haven't written a blog in probably that many days, maybe one or two I snuck in there, but really I've been all in on video. I've tried different things. I definitely have learned a lot. And I'm not new to video, but I'm not great at it, and I can definitely learn a lot of things. So I did learn a lot during those 50 days, but it was crickets. It was really crickets. And so I started looking at my analytics, and of course there wasn't enough data to really give me a lot of data, but I was able to deduce a few things, and I'm getting traction as far as, or not traction, but exposure to, and I see the views of the videos and the different places that they're being suggested, and they're just not picking up. So I don't know if it's just going to the wrong people or seeing it, or if they just haven't figured out my audience, and that's really what YouTube does. And so if they look at who's watching your videos, and based on the people that are watching your videos and the things that you say and do in your videos, because Google can read to get keywords and get some kind of idea. But anyway, they start to categorize you as you go along. Well, I've got about 75 videos in all, and you know, I would imagine there would be enough information there to start to categorize me, but I'm getting nothing. So I hit that wall, and it happens so often that people that are starting out in network marketing or digital marketing or internet marketing for that matter, you know, trying to do it get traffic through content, will hit this wall. And what I mean by that is you kind of burn out, and there's really nothing to incentivize you to keep going, because all the content and all that hard work you put into it, nobody's watching it, nobody's seeing it. The thing about that is that's generally where, when I hit that wall, I try to push through it, and that's really been my downfall for several years. Is I hit this wall, and it's crickets, it's lonely, it's a wilderness. You're wondering if it's even worth it. It kind of makes you even depressed. I have determined that I'm going to push through this wall and talk about it in my blog post and in my videos, you know, about what do you do. So I did what I suggested I would do, or suggested that you do if you hit this point, and that is I got inspired by people that I follow, and I have mentors, I guess you could say, people that I look up to and look for inspiration. So I did that. I'm not going to do 100 videos in 100 days just for the sake of doing that, but what I did is I pivoted a little bit. So I got to thinking about what I was doing and who I was doing it for. So I know what my audience, who I really want to help, are people who are retiring or are retired, and they need income to supplement their Social Security or even their 401k. And I see network marketing as a viable way of supplementing one's income. That's what I'm doing. And I'm a little ways from retiring, but I'm definitely thinking about it. And the 401k thing hasn't worked out quite as well as I had hoped, and so I've got to do something. And a lot of people out there are making courses, and a lot of people out there are blogging. And I like video, and I like network marketing, so I went all in on video and to get traffic. And my idea was that I would get this traffic going, and then I'd build some place to kind of funnel my traffic to. Well, as I pivoted and I got to thinking about the fact that my videos are being suggested, not a lot, but a little bit, and Google probably doesn't know who my audience is or isn't sure, and I'm wanting my audience to be people that are retired and or that age group, and I know they're on YouTube, so it's going to take a while. And I'm not giving up on video, obviously, but I really need to get some more results, a lot quicker results than what I'm getting. A lot of what I'm thinking about too is that everything I'm doing, I want it to be duplicatable. So I want to make things work, and I want to do it as easily as possible. You don't get something for nothing, but I want to do it as easily as possible so that I can teach it so that anybody that really wants to do this business can. And so what I'm working on is I'm working on a funnel. I'm no stranger to funnels. Again, I probably wouldn't consider myself an expert, but I know funnels well enough to put one together. And the thing about it is there's so many barriers to getting into this business. And while you can find a company with a low barrier of entry, it's difficult to get in there and have anybody tell you how to do it without spending a fortune. So I've checked out a lot of these gurus, and I've gotten this far into their funnel as I want to go, but they all kind of look the same. You get your freebie, which doesn't amount to much. First thing they want to do, and absolutely their priority is to get you on a phone call to see if you're qualified or if you are qualified to work with them. So everybody is, but they want to find out who you're working with, and they want all this information about you, and I want to know, what's this going to cost me as I get into it? Time and money, how much? And I want to, and they can't give me any value. And I'm thinking, if you approach me with that question, I'd have an answer. And so I don't want to spend a lot of money. I don't want to spend $700. I don't want to spend $15 or even $500. I've spent all the money on training I'm going to spend right now. And if it's an automated funnel, I'm all about automation. I know about automation. I know how to build a website. I know how to build funnels. So what I'm working on right now, and I'm putting my energy into, because you can only really focus on one thing effectively. I am building a funnel, and I'm doing it for as low cost as possible with the highest output. And I think you'll be impressed on what I've come up with. And so if you're interested in that, I encourage you to like this video and subscribe, and so that way you get my updates. I am doing videos on a fairly regular basis. In fact, I'm doing a few less that'll be published, but I'm working on a training on this funnel I'm building, because I want to give people the option of being able to get a free blueprint that'll walk you through the process for the cost of your email. And then if you want a video training that really gives you an over-the-shoulder training, or shows you over the shoulder how to do it, then I'm going to provide that training, and that will be at a cost. And it won't be a large cost. It'll be affordable for anybody that truly wants it. So, I'm thinking for the kind of training I'm putting together, I could probably get $97 for it, or maybe even $197, knowing the industry a little bit. But I'm not going to do that. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe $37 for a comprehensive training on how to put this funnel together. And I'm coming up with some low-cost traffic that I'm going to be trying out before I share it. And if it produces half as well as I hope it does, then I'll recommend that. But I'd like to show people how to create a funnel that is low cost or even free to start with low cost traffic. And I'm thinking putting together a funnel for initial cost maybe less than $100, and which is really cheap with no monthly expenses. And then if you want me to show you how to do that, or how I did that, and show you what I'm doing, then I'll provide the option to upgrade to the video. And so, that's how I'm going to monetize that. But I don't want to make the money that I want to make on the front end by selling training. I want to build a funnel that works and that is able to be duplicated by just about anybody. In fact, you can learn it and go out and show other people, which would be great. And so I think that's the way it ought to be. And so the information that I'm coming up with, truly, just like I'm going about it, you could go about it also. But I don't want to make that a barrier for showing people and saving them the hassle of going through all this trouble that I'm going through right now. And it's nice, you learn a lot more, but if I can hand you a blueprint that shows you how to go about it, gives you the links and the places, and talks about each step, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to provide in a PDF format, or a Google Docs or something like that people can pick up and really have some kind of a foundation to get moving forward. So that's where I'm at. It's crickets, but I'm not giving up, and I'm not even taking a break. I'm just pivoting a little bit. I'm going to build a place for traffic to come to. I'm going to focus on people that are, my age and older, 55 to 75. And I would like to help people like that start this business. And so that's what I'm here to find out. I really am like the guinea pig, I guess you could say. So many people, and I'll close with this, come out and they talk about their success. They want to get people enticed by their success. And really, there's nothing enticing in this video except for the fact that I am creating a pretty awesome funnel that I would encourage you to, subscribe and follow this channel. But Other than that, I don't have any big numbers or any success stories. I'm just reporting what I'm doing and where it's at, and I'm being completely transparent. So I knew that coming into this, that this, like any business, it's going to take time and it's going to take some investment. And there's a journey, and you've got to start the journey, you got to stay in the journey, and there's always going to be ups and downs. So that's the thing is that that's what I'm here to report today, is that things are just not really moving as far as any kind of results, but I'm hopeful that that will turn around. So again, subscribe to this channel and follow along and look for that funnel that should be coming out in a couple weeks after I get the training done. And I will actually have it implemented, and we'll see how that's going. I'll even report on setting mine up. Well, you'll get that in the training, because I'm going to set one up from scratch, and then I'm going to talk about how it's going and things I need to kind of tweak and changes I may need to make, so that you can learn firsthand. Not that me doing it and watching me is any guarantee, but at least it'll give you a kind of a bird's eye view of what I'm doing and how it's working. And if you have suggestions, I'm all for it. So I'd love to hear from you down in the comments, and I look forward to working with you.